Afternoon, and it's 2:30 in the afternoon, people. I've been up for a couple hours actually. I just never picked up the camera. Decided to have a shower. Now I want to get a bite to eat. And what better to eat than corn dogs? And welcome to my vlog.
Better start the day than eating some corn dogs, right? Skadoosh.
Holy, I haven't had any caffeine or anything today. I got up at freaking noon, and holy shit. So 5 more days left, and then I'll finally have a weekend to myself. So that's a bonus. Freaking bonus. Right on, right on. Oh man, I've been watching that Star Trek Enterprise there. The one that takes place before the one with Captain Kirk. And you know, it's been a good show in that until I came across the episode Regenerate. And I was like, okay, what could this possibly be about? The fucking Borg. The Borg crashed on Earth. They were frozen. Humans dug them up, saved the day, brought them back to life. And sure enough, when they brought them back to life, the Borg started assimilating people, and they took over a ship and assimilated the ship. You know, it's like they just completely wrecked the entire Next Generation timeline with that episode. Oh, but it's okay, because at the end of the episode, they end up destroying the Borg ship and find out the Borg sent out a subspace communique back to the Delta Quadrant, because that's where the Borg are from, right? And it's going to take like 400 years for the communique to get there. And they're like, that means that it's going to be like the 24th century when we come across these bastards again. Yeah, it was like the 24th century, but they came across them in the Delta Quadrant. And the whole reason was that the Borg knew about the humans was because the what's his name there? Not Locutus, for freak's sakes. Q sent the Enterprise to the Delta Quadrant to meet up with the Borg, and that's what made them interested in the humans and to start making their way towards Earth to mess with our shit. Oh my god. Now I see why people hated this show. Yeah, I know, I'm totally nerding out, but frig, it's what I do. It's what I do. This thing looks concerned. He's like, are you alright, man? Are you alright? You okay? Are you alright? What are you doing? Stop that.
Stance. No?
He's fun to torment. Oh my god, hurry up! Oh my pogos!
Pogos. I freaking want my pogos! Yeah.
Look into my eyes.
Computer, accelerate time. Go!
Right on. Well, those pogos were good, but I gotta get a move on a little earlier today. I need to go to the reserve, pick up some more Sagra darts, and then we gotta go off to work. So let's hammer down. We only have a quarter of a tank gas left. That's not too bad. Not sure how many kilometers I've driven on this tank either, so whatevs. We're gonna head off to work, and then we'll off to get cigarettes, then go to work. And tonight when we leave work, we're gonna hit up the gas station across the street and reload the tank, and then I'll reset my fuel meter and my little onboard display that tells me my liters per 100, and we'll see what we start getting now after using that Lucas junk, and we'll see if that actually did anything. But we gotta go, we got things, so let's go, because we got things. Alrighty, well I got the cigarettes, and it's currently 3:23 p.m, so we're gonna head her off to work and get this shift over with. Let's see how much trouble I get into tonight, son of a bitch. Alrighty people, I'm at work now, so I'm gonna head her inside and get this shift over with and see how much shit I'm in. Should be fun. Let's go. Alrighty people, it's friggin' break time, and I didn't get in shit. Yeah, I didn't. I guess it's kinda hard to get in shit when your boss doesn't show up to work though. He called in sick. Huh? Works for me. Not like they let me go or anything, because like, freak's sakes, we're short-staffed as it is, so that would just make shit even worse for them. So I don't think anything bad's gonna happen, but I'll probably get reamed out, maybe. Who knows? Ah, for frig's sakes, it's starting to rain. Son of a bitch. Like the vlog isn't short enough as it is. Now it's gonna be even shorter, because if it starts pissing, I ain't taking my camera out. That's for sure. You know what's a friggin' awesome game that I still haven't gotten the hang of? There's gonna be gameplays going on Skaven Games of it. Kerbal Space Program. I'm really good at crashing the spacecrafts. Not too good at building them though. And I still have yet to actually make something and put it in orbit and have it, you know, in a proper orbit. A non-decaying orbit. One of these days I will. I'll figure it out. I know Crazy Logie's good at the game. He also installed a bunch of mods and he said that would make the game a lot easier. I just haven't gotten around to that yet. I shouldn't say that, I lied. I did install one mod, the USS Enterprise. But the problem is it's only accessible through the space plane hangar, and I can't get the sumbitch off the ground. Freak sakes. Well, gasoline came down again to $1.24.6. Bonus. I'll be fueling up there tonight for sure. Sweet son of a bitch, that's a nice 300. I really like how stealthy that looks. All blacked out and things. Friggin' nice. Yup, I do say so myself. So there might be a baking challenge in the near future. YouTuber Honk 2x4 or 2x4 challenged me to a bake-off. Not a cook-off, a bake-off. Basically, I haven't baked shit in my life. Like, I haven't made any pastries or anything in my life. And this weekend's challenge, chocolate eclairs. Yup, it's gonna happen. He's gonna videotape it for his channel. I'm gonna videotape it for my channel. And you guys as the audience, I'm hoping, but you guys are gonna be the judge to see who nailed it and who failed it, me or him. So you watch my video, you watch his video. We're gonna like friggin' video response each other on them, so the videos will be easy to find. And then mother friggin' bake off. If anybody else wants to get involved in this mother friggin' bake-off, leave a comment. This Saturday we're doing it. We're going to put the videos up probably Sunday, but they're not going live till Monday at 5. If you guys want to get involved in this too, by all means, jump on board, let me know, and I'll add you to the video response list. And then, because I'll only be accepting video responses on that one there for people who are doing the bake-off. And I think Honk is doing the same thing. And that way there, we can have a nice little YouTube cooking contest. Sounds pretty good. So if anybody else wants to get involved, by all means, give her. I'm gonna be friggin' honest, I have no idea how to make them, but I'm gonna go scour through Grandma's cookbook. I'm sure she probably has some. I know she has recipes in there for how to make donuts in both the oven and the deep fryer, and she also has some other recipes too for delicious pastries, including a cake called strawberry shortcake, which, you know, I don't know about that one, but I'm pretty sure she has a recipe for eclairs that's pretty awesome. So this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be something I've never done before because everything's being made from scratch. The dough, the freaking cream that goes inside the guys, and well, the chocolate obviously not from scratch because I don't have cocoa beans. But I'm just going to melt some friggin' chocolate down and toss her in there. And yeah, and then next Sunday, or Sunday coming up, Father's Day. So Mom and Dad invited me and my brother over to their house for barbecue. So probably gonna go over there for some barbecue steak or birds and dogs or God knows what. And just gonna frickin' barbecue at the parents' house. Bring Oreo over, my brother will probably bring his dog Oliver over, and it'll be a good time. Frig yeah. Chances are the wind's just muffling up the audio on this anyway. You probably have no idea what the hell I just been saying. Anyway people, shit, break's over. I'm gonna head her back inside. Talk to you guys in a bit. Peace the frig out. Oh, for frig's sakes, it's 8 o'clock. The train's making a bunch of noise and it's pissing rain out. Frig. This might be my last update until I get home because I don't want to get my camera too wet. It can take a little bit of punishment, but not that much. If I hold the camera against the wall of the building, see? That's how close you are to the wall right now. The water doesn't seem to be hitting it, so that's kind of cool. Looks like my buddy Angry Joe's over at the gym. Right on. Also looks like that train's just giving her. Just frickin' giving her. Yup, just giving her. Keep giving her, bud. Ooh, numbers. Zoom in. It's a CP train. It's got things in it. I wonder how many hobos are in there right now. Gasoline, gasoline, gasoline. Well, I already ate my supper, so that's bonus. And yeah, tonight's shift is just dragging. Kind of like a cat and a dog does when they got Klingons. Dragging a shit. But there's nothing really to talk about because nothing's going on. Apparently, actually there's something to talk about. I was chatting with a friend who watched the E3 bullshit. Apparently when they unveiled the Xbox One, apparently it crashed during the unveiling. Go Microsoft. One cool thing about the Xbox One is they signed a partnership. Easy train, I'm trying to vlog here, freak sakes. They signed a partnership with Twitch.com so that people can stream directly to Twitch. So I guess now people can watch TV, be on Skype with their friends, and stream that so that the rest of the world can watch what they're watching. How awesome. Seeing how one of the key features mentioned about the friggin' Xbox One is the ability to watch TV. Kinda lame. And rumor has it that apparently the PS4 is gonna have an always online requirement as well. And they're following the same bullshit code as well with games and stuff, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hoping they don't, but you know what? Honestly, I don't plan on buying a next-gen console, because that's just stupid. I barely use my Xbox 360 as it is. You don't believe me? Ask Rex 4x4 Ballistic Gamer. They'll tell you. Real gaming's done on the PC, sorry to say. Graphics are better. You got mods and add-ons and all sorts of things, so you can customize your game better. All around, it's just a lot better to game on a PC in my mind. Next-gen consoles trying to be PCs, pfft, good luck. It's still cheaper to buy a PC in my mind. You can always do more with a computer than you can do with a console. That's for sure. I beg to differ. Leave a comment below and let me know. Anyway, people, this camera is saturated. I'm gonna stop vlogging for now. Probably won't be able to do a 10 o'clock input, and I guess I'll talk to you guys when I get out of here, so peace the frig out. Not sure if you guys can see them. Look at that wall, covered in these little bugs. The shad flies are starting, in the little form anyway. Alrighty people, I'm gonna head over to the corner store there, grab some gasoline for the car, and then we're gonna rock and roll home. So let's pitter patter and have at her. Oh yeah, all topped up. This thing here says 444 till empty. Let's go ahead and go here and reset that, and let's go home. Frig yeah! Well, it's 12:30 and she's down to 10.9 so far. We'll see if that holds, but something else I did was I reset my trip meter. Where is it? Right there. So I did 4.7 kilometers so far, and I'm going to use that to see how long this tank lasts me. Well, not really. So 10.9 liters per 100 kilometers. Yep. Alrighty, well, I'm going to have to see what happens here from here on in. I know after I get my car all fixed with the new plugs and wires that I'm going to expect some nice fuel gains, and then when I recharge my fuel filter, by fuel filter I mean air filter, I'm going to get some nice fuel gains. And even when I get new tires, I'll get some nice fuel gains, because those winter tires, they actually impede you in the summer. Not only do they wear out faster, but they impede you on the road because of the soft compound. Makes it grip to the road harder, makes your rolling friction a lot higher than what it should be. Now, of course, there's a myth going on stating that if you fill your tires with nitrogen, you'll get better fuel mileage. Well, it is true that nitrogen is lighter than oxygen. That is true, but the thing is nitrogen is not going to give that much of an increase in performance just because of the 3% difference in mass. What nitrogen is nice for is, we all know rubber is porous. Like our tires, they do have micro holes in them, and oxygen can slip through those holes and escape. And when oxygen gets cold, it contracts, and when it heats up, it expands. Nitrogen doesn't fall under those categories. Nitrogen doesn't expand or shrink when it's heated or cooled. Not as bad as oxygen anyway. Nitrogen also is too thick to get through the porous holes found in tires. Even though you can't see them to the naked eye, they are there, and oxygen will gradually seep through. That's why if you leave an inflated tire in your garage somewhere just sitting there, even though it won't get weather cracked or anything, over time the tire will go flat because the air will gradually work its way out the pores in the tire. That's a given. You can research that if you want, but that is a given. Where nitrogen, however, is not affected by the hot or cold, and it won't bleed through the pores in the tires. That's what's nice about nitrogen. What sucks about nitrogen is you have to pay $5 a tire to fill it. So that's bullshit. And it doesn't really do anything for fuel saving. It's just nice for the winter because, you know, you get a cold snap and all of a sudden you think you're down to 20 pounds of pressure in your tire. Then you go and top it up 32, and then all of a sudden, boom, warm day, and now you're sitting at 40 PSI in your tire. Yeah, risking a blowout, so now you gotta let some of that air out. It's pretty cocked. Pretty cocked indeed.
Friggin' know it's cocked.
But I've been looking at some tires online, and I've been seeing these like different tire types, and you know, they have the all season, and then they have the all weather. Now, all season is basically every season except for Canadian winter. You know, they're not intended to be driven on the snow. They'll have no snow traction whatsoever. On all my older cars, except for this one here, I've never ridden a winter tire. I always used all weather tires, AWs. And what's nice about the all-weather tire is it's the jack of all trades. It's okay in the summer, it's okay in the rain, and it's okay on the snow, and it's okay on the ice. It's obviously not a specialized tire, where you get into like a sport tire for the summer, and it's got that V-tread to push all the water out from underneath the tire as it's rolling over it, so it gives you optimal traction at all times. However, I don't know if I have a video of this, but if you get that tire on snow or ice and you try and move it, it's just going to be like a slip and slide sitting on a piece of ice. It's just going to wing, 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 wing. You know, it's not going to do you shit. You aren't going anywhere. You know, great for doing donuts in the snow, but that's about it. So And then the winter tires, for instance, the way they're built, their tread pattern, they're amazing in the winter. They'll grip to the snow, they'll stick to ice because of their tread pattern and the soft compound. You know, they're designed to do that. However, you get them in the summer, i.e. my tires, run them for a summer season when it's hot, and the tires will feather and come apart on you. Which, you know, that's what my tires are doing. They're feathered and they're trying to come apart. So, before I do any tires, and I have a quote, and it's good for 60 days from friggin' son of a bitch up on the hill there. I can't remember their name, but I got a quote for 60 days. I need to get the car into the shop and figure out what that crunking sound is the front end. Get that all fixed up. Once that's all fixed up, then I'm going to take the car, bring it up to the guy on the hill. He's going to load 4 new tires on the rims, and I might see about getting a set of 17 steely rims and loading those winter tires on it, because I got the one in the back that's just frigged right up, right? It's shot. However, I have a full spare in the garage that's just sitting there. You know, we could toss that thing on the bad rim, and by the bad rim I mean the rim that always runs out the passenger rear side. Toss that one on there, throw out the other one, and then I'd have a full set of winters that I can just stove on when I need them. And then I can rock the winters in the winter and just put them on steelies. I don't need hubcaps or anything, don't need anything pretty. I just need steel rims to sit them on, and then come summertime, I bust out the 17s and slap on the rims with the summer rubber, and that might work. You know, I got a floor jack, so like come September, October, I can always just jack up the car and break off the rims and then put on the winter rims. Like I have a torque wrench, I can torque them to spec. I have a floor jack, a really good floor jack, so I can easily do that right in the driveway, not a big deal. So I was thinking about doing that. I'm gonna see if, I don't think 17-inch steel rims would cost too much, probably around $200-300 bucks. But yeah, that's my battle plan. But I need to get the suspension fixed, because if I put brand new tires on that car and the suspension's whack, all it's going to do is prematurely kill those new tires, and that would suck. So I also need to get the Trans Am up and running, because while my car's in the shop, I'll be driving that thing around. So I need to get a battery for my car. Son of a bitch. Well, I've just been hanging around and watching some frickin' TV, and by TV I mean Star Trek Enterprise. I'm on season 3 now, so right on me. Yeah. Too bad once you get over the fact that, you know, it takes place like we're just starting off in the galaxy. So that's okay, I guess. However, I'm a little hungry. Yep, I'm a little hungry. So I'm gonna make me some food. Probably asking yourself,
What kind of food you making? What kind of food you making? What kind of food you making? What kind of food you making?
I'm gonna make me some Mr. Noodles. I like Mr. Noodles. So I got a pot of water on the guy here. We're gonna get her boiling piping hot. I like doing the noodles on the stove top. Tastes a lot better. I used to do them in the microwave all the time, but then I saw this video of this guy who did it on the stovetop, and then I tried it like that, and ever since then, it's like frig sakes, I never went back, because it's just so much better like this. Something else I like to do is you throw the soup stock into it while it's heating up, and then it really blends in with the water and gets it nice and soupy. And then you throw your noodles into it, and then the friggin' water all flavored up will throw friggin' awesome taste into your noodles, and then your noodles are awesome. Yeah. Something else I like to do is add spice to it to give it a real zing. Now my water looks like a sandy mess, so we'll go ahead and stir up all the spices, get them blended in there really nicely. Obviously they're not going to dissolve, but you want them to kind of flavor all the water, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Oh, frig yeah, this is going to be delish. We'll let that go. Once this starts boiling, we'll drive our frickin' noodles into her. It's going to be good. Hello people, earlier tonight I talked about the PS4, and I didn't see the posts on it at E3 at all until until way after. And apparently the PS4 is what I would like to call the winner of the bunch. Because, let's face it, the Wii U is a joke. The Xbox One is just another way to watch TV. And the PS4, one, apparently it's like $5 a month for your online experience. 2, you can borrow and play used games at no cost. 3, it's got backwards compatibility with the PS3, so I've been told. So, but then again, remember when the PS3 launched and it was backwards compatible with PS2 games, and then Sony went and updated something and that backwards compatibility was gone? You know, it doesn't It doesn't take Sony much to do that again with the PS4, seeing how literally it's just a personal computer. But I think the big selling point on this thing is it has pretty much the same hardware as the Xbox One, you know, 8-core processor, good video card, Blu-ray, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, internet capabilities, and it streams to Ustream. The only thing that really gets me with that is they're pretty much the same device, but the PS4 is $100 cheaper. They're saying the Xbox One's going to be $499, PS4 is going to be $399. I could have my numbers wrong. It could be $599, $499. I'll have to check those again. But anyway, you guys probably saw the E3 documentation bullshit on it anyway.
Water's boiling. Time for noodles.
So Sony definitely has Xbox by the balls when it comes to the price tag. That I do have to say. Seeing how literally the Xbox One and the Sony PS3 share pretty much the same sort of specs, and you know the PS4 will probably also run like all the same shit that the PS3 does, so like Netflix and YouTube's and all that other jazz. I honestly don't see how Microsoft expects to come out on top, especially because all Microsoft ever talked about with their damn console was how it can watch TV. So unless you're a couch potato and you really don't want to use your cable set-top box anymore, then maybe an Xbox One's good for you. Maybe. But if that thing's compatible with PS3 games and it remains that way even after launch, you know, the $5 a month for online play is pretty damn good. If you do the math, that's only $60 a year. That's not too bad, and I guarantee you that if they do like Microsoft, I think for 1 month it's about $12 for Xbox Live or some shit like that, or $8. So it's already cheaper than Xbox Live. Now, apparently Xbox Live, when it comes to the Xbox One, it's supposed to be more expensive, so it's kind of shit, right? And because the Xbox One requires an always online presence, that really sucks, or at least online every 24 hours so it can verify your content. And once again, that all falls down to the bullshit of used games. And I'm not talking about games like, you know, you own a copy of Black Ops 2, you get bored of it, and you go and you sell it to your buddy for $20 and he enjoys it and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that shit, you know. What I'm talking about is companies like EB Games here in town. And even Future Shop's bad for this too. And that's why I really didn't want to buy a used copy of Battlefield 3. I wanted to buy it brand new. When you buy a used copy of a game from a store like EB Games or Future Shop or any other store that sells used games, the publisher doesn't make a dime off of that. That's pure store profit. That's why they love buying used games. That's why they sit there and say, like for instance, Future Shop will say, bring in 5 games that are on this list, and they have a list of all the top sellers, and we will give you a free iPod Touch 4th Gen. Because they know for a fact that those used games, they're going to be able to sell those 5 games at $35 to $40 a piece when the retail price on the brand new one's $60. So they'll sell them for $40 a piece. They'll move off the shelf fast, and they're going to make the money for that iPod Touch back. So they don't mind doing stuff like that, or bring in 10 games on this list and we'll give you whatever, you know. EB Games does that too. You know, bring in these games here because we want these games, and we'll give you credit towards a new console or towards in-store credit. Well, of course they don't mind giving you in-store credit because you're going to go back in there and buy product from them anyway. So it just guarantees them business. And if you go back in there and spend the in-store credit in the store on a game, there's a good chance you might buy an extra game with, you know, if you have $35 in-store credit, you go in and pick up a $30 game, and then you have $5 left, you might say, well, I'm going to grab another $30 game. I'm going to pay $25, then I can brag to my friends and say, yeah, I got these 2 games for $25, you know. I know a lot of people who do that with in-store credit. And that's how they get you by the bag, is you traded in some games, they turned around and sold those games, so they make their money back, and you're still going in there and shopping. So honestly, like, I'll buy used games, but I'll buy them from friends. I won't buy them from places like EB or friggin' Future Shop for that reason. And like Battlefield 3, yeah, I could have bought it brand new, or I could have bought it used. They had it on sale for $35 used, but I ended up getting it with because Origin had that deal. I ended up getting it brand new for cheaper than the used copy, and the publisher still made their money because they moved the title off the shelf. So in the end, it worked out perfect. I got a good deal, they got their money, and on top of that, if I would have bought that game used off of Future Shop, I would have then had to go on the Microsoft store, spend another $15 Son of a bitch. Friggin' shit's jumping out of the cupboard. Anyway, I would have had to go on the freaking Microsoft store, spend another $15 to buy the pass so I can play it online. So in the end, I'm back up to freaking 50 bucks. So I might as well buy a brand new, even at $59. I'm still getting everything with it. Not a game that somebody else has played that might be damaged. You know, I'm just saying that sometimes it's better off to buy new or find a deal from a friend who's sick and tired of the game and buy it used off of them. That's the best way to do it in my mind. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I know a lot of you out there are probably anxious for the Xbox One because you're hardcore Microsoft Xbox fans and you like their exclusive content. I'm not really a console gamer myself, but I might buy the PS4 over the Xbox One because, I don't know. Microsoft really lost me on their console line. I love my PCs. I love the way they play video games. That's why I'm a big time PC gamer. But as far as the console wars go, I think Sony's got it this round. I have to give it to Microsoft for the Xbox 360. They had the round last time. Sony PlayStation didn't really care for it. I friggin' hate their controllers. Those thumbsticks are too damn close together. It's ridiculous. But that's just my personal preference. Some people are like, well, the Microsoft joystick's just piece of shit and everything's all over the place and it's hard to use. But my personal preference is the Microsoft controller. It's always been my favorite. That's why I have one hooked up to my computer through a little Xbox Connect thing, and it allows me to hook up 4 Xbox controllers to my computer, which is pretty cool. But big fan of the Xbox controller, always have been, always will be, but you know, to each their own. So leave a comment below if you plan on buying a console, which one you're going for, the Xbox or the PlayStation, and let me know why. Let me know what makes you want that console. Personally, I'm going to hold off on the PS4 or the Xbox. I'm not going to buy them at release. Learned my lesson with my original Xbox 360. I'm on my second original Xbox 360 because the first one red ringed after 3 months. Had to ship it back and they sent me a brand new one. And then they red ringed again, so I bought the black one. But yeah, let me know if you guys plan on it, and we'll go from there. Anyway, people, my freaking noodles are done. I'm going to drive them into a bowl, go back upstairs and watch me some Star Trek. So peace the frig out.